Hi Sagittarius, this is Meg with Padmes and I'm doing your mid-month love reading for August 2020. Doing it from a different angle today so you can see the cards. Ooh, we've already got something jumping out. Here we go. And I'm calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light. Sagittarius, asking for your messages for your highest and your greatest good in love. And this is for any Sagittarius who has Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in Sag. Sagittarius Collective. Okay. Here we go. So Sagittarius, the first thing that I'm noticing is the big picture for you today. And the big picture is talking about some kind of stagnation, some kind of halting, stopping. There's some reevaluating going on here, but it just feels slow going, slow as molasses. Slowing down of things, observing things, watching things, but this would be non-action. So let's check this out. Your higher self is talking about watching things ebb and flow and watching the cycles of things and even kind of being on a downswing of a cycle. And that doesn't mean bad energy. It just means it could feel slow. It could feel like slow energy, especially when you're wanting it to speed up or go fast. Your angels and guides are talking about your highest and your greatest potential, talking about your purpose, and it's reversed. It's talking about something not being so much of your purpose right now. Let's talk about that a little bit more. This is like whatever it is that is not your highest and your greatest good, whatever it is that you're spending time on that is not your purpose, it's time to move on from it. There's some forgiveness, or what I like to call decharging, energetic decharging, rather than forgiveness. You know, as a matter of fact, I just finished this book, Gary Zukov, Seat of the Soul, and he was specifically talking about being in your power. And he was talking about forgiveness and forgiving other people. And he suggested that how can you forgive another person when it is you who has stepped out of your power? And I just get stuck on that and think about that a lot lately. And that's just what popped in and came to mind. But there's something about moving past and moving on this thing that is not your purpose and just letting it be kind of like water under the bridge. This is my past and I am decharging from it energetically, whatever this thing is. Anything else you want to say about that, guides and angels? This is about unfinished business. So unfinished business about decharging and letting this be water under the bridge. What is the unfinished business? Let's ask the Magpie Oracle. What is making all of this move so slowly? Okay, we've got two things here. First of all, here's a Libra. Here are the scales. Something needs to be balanced out, but then also this is fall time. This is fall. So there you have it, Sagittarius. There's something regarding Libra. What is Libra? Is that October? Or, yeah, October. Okay, and then this kind of jumped out. Knight of Swords reversed. So this is like not seeing the whole picture. Storming in, thinking you have the truth, but not seeing the full view or the full picture. So your angels and guides are talking about possibly somebody not having the full picture and the full story and acting on it anyway. Acting on it. How are they acting on it, and how is this affecting you with this unfinished business? Well, they are acting on it in a passionate way. there's some kind of, oh, feeling like you might be acting this way. So there's somebody who feels like you are acting in a passionate way without the full view, without the full picture. Okay, I'm going to move on and look at the rest of this and come back to this because it seems really highlighted there. But there's some stagnation, there's some unfinished business, there's this desire, or your guides and angels are talking about leaving something like water under the bridge, decharging, forgiveness but not forgiveness, the decharging of even guilt and shame from the situation. Okay. Let go of the idea that you are not someone who has all of this energy that kind of can move mountains. You have energy that can move mountains. You have desire and energy and will that can get you exactly where you want to go when you want to go there. Your trajectory also looks like you have felt defeated in the past, or you have felt very depleted, and this is about recharging your energy. Happening now and into the near future is also talking about resources and being charged up. It's also talking about new potential and following a new path. Following a new path, choosing a new path. Your heart of the situation is also talking about really, this could be spiraling. This feels like your energy being affected by someone else's energy. And someone else's energy is needing recovery and it's very sad and anxious and upset. And this is about that energy leaking into your own energy. Okay, so there's where the depletion comes in. And then there's a new path that can be followed. I can even see like this letter on a silver tray being given to you. This is like news. This is news of a new foundation and a new beginning. You receiving this news. Okay, past, present, future. The past is talking about you having manifested something. And present time is talking about not giving yourself enough credit even for where you're planning on going. And this is a spiritual journey. This is connecting with your higher self. This is connecting in the astrals and not even knowing the joy of that, or not even knowing the potential of that, not giving yourself even an idea about where that could be or where that could go. But then like knowing that's there, but not even knowing what it is. Ooh, let me look at that some more. Oh, and the not knowing what it is, it's almost like let yourself know that. You're not letting yourself know that. This is, again, keeping yourself in somebody else's energy who is really sad. There's a lot of sad emotion there. And recouping from that. Reorganizing and recouping and recharging. I want to look at that a little bit more. Right. There's some self-sabotage. This is on your horizon. This is like the trajectory. So there's self-sabotage there, Sagittarius, about your recharging. So what is it that you're keeping yourself from? What is it that you're keeping? How are you keeping yourself from recharging? Not sure if you should be keeping yourself from what's going to recharge you. When we look at where you're coming from, it's like there's this understanding that you no longer have to suffer. You no longer have to sacrifice. And this is like the Tower card, but it's reversed too, along with the Hangman. This is like, I know there's going to be a huge change. I'm coming from this place where I know there's going to be a huge change, and there's a long wait, or there's a long time planning this change. I know it's going to be a huge change, and I'm also planning for it. So it's not like the rug is being pulled out from under you, the tablecloth being pulled off the table. It's something that you know about. And your advice is talking about happy family. It's talking about abundance and wealth within a community. It's talking about really good, solid, wonderful, happy family dynamics. And it's talking about the wisdom of the family. Talking about the wisdom of other people's issues and problems, the wisdom of other people's experiences, so that you can learn from those and not suffer through hardships that other people have suffered through just because you've heard the stories. You're taking the advice and wisdom of people who know already. There's resistance to moving on, however. There's resistance to moving forward. And what's that resistance about? This resistance does have to do with not giving yourself enough credit for connecting with your higher self. This would be not connecting to the flow of the universe in some way. What is that about? I'm not ready to release the burdens of somebody else's responsibilities as my own. I'm not ready to let go of the responsibilities that I took on of someone else. Interesting, Sag. I want to look a little bit more at the Lenormand. And I want to look at the big picture. Big picture, Sagittarius. And that is the lady. And the lady. This is definitely the feminine wisdom or the feminine, divine feminine in your life. So the big picture of stagnation is having to do with some divine feminine wisdom or divine feminine energy in your life. This could be you. This could be the person that you are wanting to give these flowers to, Sagittarius. This would be the romantic partner or the partner that you are longing to be with, or wanting to be with, or wanting to save. And wow, this is, again, I wanted to get more clarity on what it is that you are resistant to. And this is literally having resistance to your highest and your greatest potential, to your wishes and dreams. Geesh. Let's get some higher self-knowledge on that, Sag. What is that about? It's about commitment. It's about commitment. All right. So this resistance is about what it is that you're wanting to commit to. What you want to commit to. Hook, line, and sinker. That's kind of funny. Hook, line, and sinker. What hooks you? Why is that? All right, these two things are coming up. Wow, okay. So, commitment. Hook, line, and sinker. I did it. I did it again. This is a life preserver. Saving yourself, saving someone else. And this is also these cute little scissors. This is about cutting ties, cutting cords, being hooked in and being saved, or saving somebody else and cutting the ties from this. Wow. Okay, Sagittarius, I am going to ask your angels and guides for some oracle cards in your romance oracle. What is it that you need to know for August 2020? Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Okay. And we'll look at one more. Forgiving and learning. Wow, you got this forgiving thing again. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Wow. Okay. And here's that separation card. Separation card. Releasing the past, forgiving and learning. All right, Sagittarius. Have a good rest of your month. Let me know how this resonated with you in the comments below, and I will talk to you soon.